Why are white men so obsessed with Thai girl? Unfortunately, I think there's a stereotype that Thai girls are easy. It's due to the reputation of Bangkok, or rather Sukhumvit. Many Vietnamese sex tourists visit there, and get the impression that all Thai women are just like that. Then they spread the misunderstanding back home. It's because of red light districts. And it's not because of prices. Because even Indians go to Nana Plaza or Soy Cowboy while it's way cheaper in India. It's more about the service included in the price. The GFE, for example. Girlfriend experience. I'm an American woman who was in the Marine Corps and went on a naval ship in 2000. The stories were epic of what was in store for the men before we ported in Phuket and didn't change much after we left. A couple of guys delayed us leaving port. They had such a good time they didn't want to leave. Unfortunately, when people say Thailand, that's the Thailand they are thinking of. First of all, it's a very specific type of white guy that fetishizes Asian women. At least from my experience in the US. They're usually older, have no romantic prospects in the US either because of their age or because of their personality, beliefs. Usually wealthier, always incredibly lonely. They're the same kinds of men that would order a young Slavic wife on the internet. As for why Thai women specifically, plenty of others have hit that one. It's complicated, but the sex tourism plays into the perception that they can go over there, sweep some girl in her 20s off her feet with a showering of affection and gifts, promises they can take care of her, etc., and come home with a subservient, sexually attractive young wife. It's not exactly our most well-adjusted individuals that are doing this. Probably the sex tourism. For one thing, Asian women are usually smaller and more petite than European women. Secondly, Thailand is particularly known for its sex tourism. Old white men only travel to Bangkok to meet Thai girls. I fear that this has become so ingrained in the collective male memory that it is projected onto you. I've seen a lot of white men that have this idea that all Asian girls are going to be their cute, submissive sex maids. I just saw a YouTube video that talked about 90-Day Fiancé that had a guy who was bringing his online GF to the UK from the Philippines, and he was telling his friends that she was going to cook and clean and have sex with him, all while being the main breadwinner and working 70 hours a week. His friends were like, "I don't think she'll want to do that. I wouldn't do that." He seemed to think she was just going to do it automatically, like she was a robot that was hardwired to be his bangmaid. Edit. I just found the 90-Day Fiancé video and wanted to link it because it does discuss a lot of the things you were asking about. https u2.be/2wcblbv5w c equals gcxkmbfbsg1 he3a. A lot of white guys fetishize Asian girls. I think it's passport bros that think Thai women are traditional and therefore will cook, clean and behave for them. These passport bros think the same about women in my former country. It's just weird. Some of these dudes sound like they want someone to be their mommy as opposed to an actual partner. I don't think Thai girls are particularly fetishized compared to other East Asians. If anything, I would say Japanese people are more fetishized. I think the reason is very multifaceted and not easily simplified. There's so many reasons, and a lot of it comes from the fact that there are a large degree of Asian women who fetishize white men, which feeds into it too. There's an idea of being mutually exotic to one another. There's the fact that white men are idealized as comparatively rich and caring, where Asian women are seen as traditional and loving. Asian women are seen as sexually open in comparison to their Western counterparts. White men were used as a way to escape their country, so there have historically been a lot of Asian women who come on very strong, which a lot of white men like and may not get ever back in their home countries. Asian women are typically seen as quite docile and reserved compared to their Western counterparts. That's the start of it, but you can see how a lot of that would lead to a more attractive option to many people than the alternatives. Most white men don't actually feel this way. It's as much a stereotype as any other. I will say, I'm a decent-looking white guy. I feel much more pursued and fetishized by Asians than the other way around. The only guy I've known who seemed to have even a real thing for Asian women was Samoan. It's confirmation bias. You think that white men are obsessed with Thai or Asian girls because those that are pick you out and come on to you. Many reasons. 1. Some men fetishize, stereotype Asians as submissive. I won't elaborate, but it's long list, including Southeast Asians being easy or liking money. 2. Some people just think Asian girls are beautiful. Really, it's just normal preference. Style also might matter too. My fiancé says, Asian clothes just look cuter than anything she can buy in Europe. 3. Asian girls are shorter on average, so given usual cultural stereotypes, more men target them. It might be difficult to date American, European being below 6 feet, while it's usually not a problem with Asian girls. 4. Some actually may think that dating with different culture might be easier. Some people may prefer more expressive ways of communication. Some less. Some people may don't like typical dating tropes which we bring along with our cultures, not only personalities. It's the exact opposite. I am from Sweden and it's crazy how many Thai women use the Tinder passport thing to match with Swedish men. So men in Sweden who have a hard time with Swedish women have it much easier with Thai women. That's basically it. I get about 8 matches in a week in Sweden. I got over 50 in one day when I was in Thailand. It feels nice to be desired. That in turn make good emotions towards that group. Whereas if you are a moderately good-looking man trying a dating app looking for decent-looking white women, yeah nah. If you are a white man in Thailand, you will feel as how white women feel in the West. And your profile name isn't fetishized? CutieThai? You could have just said cutie. I think you need to start from home before you criticize others. I don't call myself cute mixed race because that creates a stigma. Edited. How would you like it if I said Thai women are obsessed with white men? How could it not be the other way around? By the way, not all men are obsessed with Thai women. Just so you know. We're not, you just have a biased perspective. Truth is this white guy is pretty obsessed with all women. Maybe it's just men. But I don't think the Thai girls specifically thing is a stereotype. A lot of incels will fetishize Chinese women as a whole. But not many other dudes do that other than them. They aren't. You have confirmation bias. The men who talk to you are the ones who are interested. In some degree at least. In Thai women. Ergo, all the men that approach you seem this way.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.